Hey, this is Anthony with another quick fix, but you know. Anyway, I walked this roof, and this is what you have. I come across a lot of this where you know, guys that put the roofing membrane down will try and roll over the party wall in one shot. Now, it gives you air pockets. See the air pockets? So it's not adhered properly. So anyway, improperly torched or prepped, we got this going on. So water came through underneath the membrane, and of course causing debonding and deteriorating. Leak downstairs in the bedroom. We had a lot of big rain yesterday. So my suggestion is tear this off and torch it on correctly, but that would be a lot of money, right? So I'm going to cut back probably to here, or wherever I find that I can get a true torch down. Got a lot of air in here, so I'm probably going to cut up this party wall. I mean this parapet wall, and it's pretty tight up here. So I will cap this and grab 3 rolls for now. So the same thing over on this roof. There's air in here, there's water. Oh, water! Woo, we got a leak. Water coming through there. So I'll probably do that on this side too. It's coming through the chimney. Alright. Until the finished product, or when I got some of this open up. And also, my goal is to, you know, I'll be able to melt this. This seems a little, I'm gonna let this dry out overnight. And I should be able to get a nice, I'll tuck my new membrane under here about 6 inches and melt to that and melt over. I'll still be able to get a good melt on this because I don't know what the hell they did. I don't know if they glued it or whatever. That's what I mean by prep, man. You gotta get rid of all this stuff. You know, how's it gonna get a nice tight melt and bond if you got all this brittle stuff here? It's all about the prep. So, I mean, this is all, you can't adhere to this. It's eventually going to fail. Actually, I really didn't think I was going to get in this today, but this is all about prep, letting it dry out. Tomorrow I'll come back and torch it. So I don't have my shovel with me and stuff like that. Actually, I didn't bring my gas tank, my propane, because I didn't feel like doing anything today. So if I didn't bring my propane, I knew I wouldn't torch today. So anyway. So this is what I got in my van, and you can see nothing's going to adhere to dirt, you know. So scrape it up and sweep it. Well, here's an example why a lot of people probably won't do the prep work and, you know, let the roof fail a couple years from now, because that takes a little bit of work. That's a lot of debris. Alright, again, I strongly recommend take this roof off, but the line drawn in the sand will be here. I will have my membrane torched so well that if water does come from here, it won't go past this point, because all this will be adhered well. Alright, all the prep work is done. I'm gonna let it dry out, and stuck a branch under there. Let that air out. Alright, tomorrow. Do a lot of extra stuff. This isn't in a full tear off. You know, there's parts here where I'll just melt and agree them, and you're supposed to roll up to here, then you cap down. It's the best way. No air pockets, and that's what I tore out, air pockets. So let me get the rolling. That's very tedious what I just did. Plus I remelted this down, and I'm gonna recap down. It's very laborious. So you remember, I feel satisfied. Look at that bleed there from the old membrane. They glued it down. They didn't even torch it. But all the prep I did, get this to adhere very well. Nice bleed, box is tight. Now I'm gonna cap over this, and you'll see in a second it'll be watertight. Plus I remelted this up under here, and so I'm gonna cap over it. Alright, this is Anthony. It's my finished product here. I don't recommend this, but if this is all that's got to work with, this is a half a roof. When I walked this roof first, there's a lot of air pockets, and then after I took it off, it wasn't even adhered. It's like air. See that moving air? Mine's just tight now. Tight. As you'll see in the pictures, I took it off. And it wasn't prepped well. I think it was glued on. It wasn't torched on. So, got a good bleed here. Capped it off. What I think, main problem is, a lot of guys like to run the whole roll and then run it over. But it came from this side. And it's best to roll it up and then stop, then cap it. It's easy, it's easy to work with. You get good melt. Man, when I melted this, I had this lifted up. I put my torch on there, and then when I stepped on it, oozed out. It's bonded well. So if there's any water coming up underneath that roof, which there was some moisture under there, it's going to stop right here. I suggest take it all off, but I think you will, and that'll be cool.